What's up, everybody? Chase Oliver 68 here, bringing you another Q&A. As I explained in my Raw review, if you guys haven't seen that, go check that out. There should be a little video right there showing you the picture, or you can just go check it out back then through my recent uploads by going to my channel. While you're also on my channel, just hit the subscribe button, or you can subscribe by clicking the little icon or down below. Anyways, I explained in my Raw review, I took a little break from doing videos. I felt a little bit burnt out from making the videos, really tired. And now I feel a lot better. Now I'm ready to get into it. So now we get into Q&A number 18. First off, the Twitter questions. I asked you guys to tweet me these questions mainly because I don't check my direct messages, because I get messages like, hey, had to share this. Dropped 5 pounds of body fat since June. So I really don't check my direct messages. So next time, at Dre Saxons, can you please just tweet me your questions and I just favor it? And you too, Khalil. You guys tweet me on a normal basis. You don't need to, you guys don't need to direct message me. I know what your questions are. I'll just favorite them. But his question is, what is the best non-aerial move you think invented, and the best aerial move you think of that was invented? Best non-aerial move, and he's talking about professional wrestling for all of those people who don't know. Best non-aerial move, I would say Canadian Destroyer. Best aerial move, Spiral Tap. That's my personal opinion. And then at Khalil Boy 7 asked me, do you think Dolph Ziggler has what it takes to be a big star in the next 3 years? My personal opinion, no, I don't think Dolph Ziggler has what it takes to be a huge major face for the company in the next 3 years. Maybe improved, maybe he can be. We'll have to wait and see. That's 3 years from now, man. But if I was guessing where he's at now, no, I would not really think that he would become a big star. Napoleon Guru asked me some questions. What have they done to bring us into despair for our loved ones? Don't know. How will he not be here when we get here? Don't know. Why must they not follow us into the map of his future? Don't know. Dumb fucking questions, Napoleon. Dumb fucking questions. Not gonna lie. Fucking terrible. The Savvy Yes Man asked me, are you going to see the new Superman movie, Man of Steel, when it comes out? I already saw the new Superman movie, Man of Steel. Let me just say, I thought it was okay. Pretty solid. Nothing that was like The Dark Knight. I just thought it was a good superhero movie. It's nothing that like what we got last year with The Dark Knight Rises and the Avengers for superhero movies, but it was good for what it was worth it. It's worth the movie ticket. Like, if you guys, I wouldn't say go see it in IMAX. Maybe it's better in IMAX, but if you want to see a good movie and you want to take a girl out to a date or hang out with some dudes, Superman's a movie I approve to do that. It's not one of those movies, though, that I would say, yeah, I must go to the movie theater again to watch it. That's for sure. Will Ferrell number 1 asked me a question. Do the Bray Wyatt promo seem like a horror movie trailer to you? Nope. What did you think of Nico's girlfriends, Kiki, Cameron, and Alex on GTA 4? Alright, see, for example, I don't do the girlfriend missions unless I'm forced to. Same thing for San Andreas. So don't ask me what I think about the San Andreas girlfriends, because unless they're forced and I need to do it to complete the game, I don't do those missions. I believe I only did the girlfriend missions when forced to, because they were part of the story, and then afterwards, I never called them again. I never said, hey, let's go on a second date, because I said, no, this is nothing important to me. I can't customize Nico to look him fresh. He looks like an idiot most of the time, so no. And his third question is, do you think Cody Rhodes, Damian Sandow, and Wade Barrett deserve a WWE Championship push or a World Heavyweight title push? Definitely World Heavyweight title push for all 3 of those guys. WWE Championship is more for established stars nowadays. So I would definitely say World Heavyweight title push for those 3 guys. Yeah, why not? I mean, they deserve it. Carson440 asks, I know this might never happen, but do you think if people were to stop giving John Cena a reaction on Raws and pay-per-views, do you think WWE will stop shoving him down our throats and change his gimmick? Honestly, Carson440, just look at other guys on the card, and sometimes they don't get reactions. And does WWE really change their gimmicks? I know John Cena is the top guy, but it doesn't matter, because people are still going to buy his t-shirts. Kids are still going to be wearing Cena gear throughout the arena. He's still going to be well known. People are going to know who the fuck he is. It doesn't matter if he gets no reaction or not. They're not going to change his gimmick. They might put him into a feud where he will get more cheered than booed, but that's pretty much it. They won't change his character. It won't be something like, oh, we got to change his character. No, they will just bring a Attitude Era star back or make him feud with someone bigger than him, and that way there's more interest in John Cena. That's what they're going to do. I honestly, this is the WWE we're talking about. Do you really think they're going to change his character and stop shoving him down our throats? No, they're desperate for stars. They don't have anyone else. So there you have it. What did you think of UFC Undisputed 2009, the video game? It was okay. It wasn't a great return for the UFC in the video game world. I clearly think Undisputed 2011 was their best game that they've ever made. But it was a solid game. It was really overhyped. And at the time, UFC was becoming really huge because, you know, UFC 100 just happened in like July, and then they had a bunch of other great pay-per-views. And no, UFC 100 was about to happen in July. And then afterwards, when the game came out, I believe Evans versus Machida was a pay-per-view before the game came out. I'm sorry, I just lost track of my UFC years over there. But yeah, it did well because especially with UFC 100 coming around the corner, people were getting amped up to play the video game. But overall, the game itself wasn't really anything I remember. I just thought it was a good game. And his next question is, I'm not a Gunner fan, but why do you hate Gunner? I'm not questioning your opinion. I just want to know your reasons as to why you hate him. For whatever reason, why you want to know why I hate Gunner? I just think Gunner is overall a terrible wrestler. Has no crowd psychology. He can't get the crowd behind him. He's a power wrestler and can't get crowd psychology. That's terrible. I mean, really, to be honest here, if you're a power wrestler and you can't get the crowd behind you, you absolutely fucking suck to me. Not to mention the fact that his in-ring skills, bleh, ugly, terrible, nothing really special. I don't see anything special in his technique. I think his technique is awfully horrible, and I feel that he doesn't like to take constructive criticism. On Twitter, I remember someone told him, hey, maybe you should do this, and he said, are you in the fucking business? No. And I'm like, no. Any wrestler can be critiqued. I always say that. Any wrestler can be critiqued. And Gunner's one of those wrestlers that need to listen to fucking advice. That's why he was sent down to OVW, because he fucking sucked. He changes his gimmick, no one cares. He gets no reaction that he's being James Storm's fucking partner. When they announced a partner, Robbie E got a bigger fucking reaction than Gunner. And people like to say Robbie E sucks. No, Gunner sucks. No one gave a shit that he was going to be James Storm's fucking partner. He's just a terrible overall wrestler, in my personal opinion. And in all honesty, that's why I hate him. I just think he's really bad. He doesn't understand the business at all. He just thinks just because he's in TNA, he's better than everyone else. And in all honesty, hey, if he thinks he's better than everyone else, sure, let him have an ego. But to me personally, I just think he sucks. Just think he's terrible. Can't be a power wrestler that can't get crowd attention, and you can't be someone that, you know, just overall has a bad gimmick. I'm sorry, Gunner just sucks. Suzuki Eisen asked me, what do you think of Randy Orton, the Legend Killer? Hell fucking yeah. Legend Killer Randy Orton has to be his second best gimmick. I always loved the 2009 Orton where he was like punting Vince in the head. That's always my favorite. I don't know. A lot of people call it the Viper Orton. I call that IED Orton because remember he made up that disease IED. That was hilarious. But Suzuki Eisen asked me, does it bother you that Ryback hasn't won a pay-per-view match in about a year? Yeah, especially since this guy is supposed to be a big-time star for the WWE. Yeah, it does kind of bother me a little bit. And the Gochi Man asked me, a Ryback question, do you think Ryback has what it takes to be the face of WWE? Oh, hell yeah. I think Ryback's perfect. They have a chance with Ryback, but they kind of fucked it up. I mean, this guy got dissed and got fans to chant, feed me fucking more. I mean, if that doesn't show the guy's over in today's standards of professional wrestling, I don't know what does. I don't know what impresses you guys. In all honesty, I know a lot of you guys love the flips and tricks and the in-ring work, but for me personally, if you're building a business, give me fucking Ryback, and I will promote my business around him. I don't care if the IWC hates me. It's all about the money. In business, in the world of business, and you guys need to understand this if you ever want to be entrepreneurs. Sometimes, yes, your outside sources, they're good for giving you thoughts and feedback. But, it's all about money in business. All about the money. Hell yeah. Ryback is a money-making machine in the Awakening. He's a guy that you can really build your company around. And I know a lot of people say, oh, his in-ring sucks. Who cares? In-ring sucks or not, who gives a fuck? The dude is built like the fucking Terminator. The dude just fucking attacks people. He looks like a fucking badass. I mean, seriously, dude's huge as hell. What more do you want? Do you expect this guy to wrestle like Kurt fucking Angle? Not every guy can wrestle like Daniel Bryan. Sorry, people. It's good to have different styles in wrestling. And Ryback, unlike Gunner, is a power wrestler that gets a reaction. He gets a fucking reaction. And WWE goes and turns him heel and makes him a piece of shit. Gee, that happens a lot. Now, as you guys know, I like to read over these questions before I do them. And Final Limits asked me a bunch of workout questions. And one of the questions he asked me was like, should I do cardio and weightlifting on the same day? And the reason why I'm not like just reading the whole questions is because he wrote like big blurbs, and I kind of just want to address this to anyone who has these types of questions in the near future, just to like everyone. So this is answering Final Limits questions and also answering maybe some other questions in the near future. I personally don't do cardio and weightlifting on the same day. I kind of do them on different days. I do 2 days of cardio and 3 days of weightlifting, so that's what I do. So yeah, maybe I suggest it, but once again, I don't know your body type, so I don't know your height, size, and everything. And then he asked me, I've been making gains as of late, like so he's gaining muscle, but he wants to know if he does cardio, would he lose all that muscle? Would that muscle be lost? And what I say to you, Final Limits, is 1, I don't know your diet. 2, I don't know your gains that you're making, your size, your weight, or your height. 3, I don't know your body in general. I don't know your body. And I would say, yeah, sure, you should implement some cardio. I would say yes. It most definitely introduce some cardio into your workout. But if you're worried about losing your muscle, I don't know what type of gains you're making. You may think you're making good gains, Final Limits, and this is not an insult. This happens to a lot of people. But it could just be that you're just getting bigger and you're not seeing real results. That's what I'm saying. You could see like you could feel like, okay, I'm getting bigger, but you may not be feeling real results out of it. So what I suggest to you is, if you want my full legit answer, if you should add cardio, I'll tell you when you should exactly add cardio to your workout regimen. But I need to know your body, your weight, and everything. I can't tell you this if you don't give me this type of information. And this goes to anyone who else wants to know if they're making gains or if they want to lose weight. Because losing weight, guys, it's all about your diet. Running helps, like being active 20 minutes a day helps. And he also asked how long he should do the cardio, and I suggest 20 minutes a day. But pretty much, it's about what you eat. If you're eating like shit, you're going to be fat. But if you're eating healthy, you're going to lose weight. That's how it works in the world. Like, gaining muscle is totally different how you eat and stuff. So you got to message me all those details, Final Limits, if you want to know if you should be doing cardio right now. And you got to really tell me, a lot of good, and also your body fat. Your body fat would also help if you could find out what your body fat is. So yeah, that's pretty much all I could really suggest to you. And then later on, he asked me if he does cardio on a certain day, how long he should do it. That pretty much I answered 20 minutes. But he said he wants to use the treadmill or Stairmaster. And dude, let me tell you, Treadmaster and Stairmaster, and I don't know your weight or your height, but don't do those. Those fuck up your fucking knees. Don't do that. Go outside. It's much more of a challenge running outside than it is on a fucking treadmill, because when you're running outside, you change inclines and you change pace a lot more than you do on a treadmill. On the treadmill, yeah, you can set your workout to change your incline, but it's much more challenging when you're running for 20 minutes than being on a treadmill for 20 minutes with 0 incline or even 1 or 2 incline on you. So I suggest what you do is you run outside. Or what I did when I didn't have the capabilities of running, I got onto those little bikes, those bikes, read a book, pushed on it for 45 minutes. That was my cardio. It worked. Legs felt better. Never really got tired during my wrestling matches and during football. And I kind of wish I still had one of those bikes today, because I would be doing that every day and I would be in 10 times better shape than I was now. But when I did go to the gym regularly and I work out at home, just for anyone who knows, I work out at home. I have a weight set at home, and I have a nice little jogging area here at this townhouse complex I that I live at. So pretty much what I suggest to you is just pretty much try to find a place to run and all that stuff. But yeah. All right, so hopefully that answers anyone's workout questions and Final Limits questions all in general. All right, WCW3 Count 1 2 3 asked me on GTA 4, who did you choose to kill, Playboy X or Dwayne? Dwayne. Do you think Amanda Bynes should kill herself once and for all? No, I don't suggest people committing suicide or dying in general, so no. On GTA 4, God, my contacts are hooking up here. Okay, there we go. On GTA 4, did you choose to deal where you work alongside the traitor Dimitri or revenge where you kill Dimitri? I chose traitor because I looked this up online and I found out if Roman died, I was like, fine with me because I didn't like Roman as a GTA character. See, video game characters, when they die, I honestly sometimes don't care if I truly hate them. And that's because that's a video game character. It's not a real life human being. Real life human beings are made out of flesh and blood. Video games are just pixels. I didn't like Roman. I just chose Katie because I was like, well, I'm never going to date her, and in all honesty, I'm not going to play the post game of GTA 4, so that's what I decided. Hey, Nico, let's hang out. No, Roman, I don't want to hang out with you. You cause too much trouble. Roman also caused too much fucking trouble, in my personal opinion. What would happen if Cena, Orton, Sheamus, and Miz all turned heel on the same Raw or pay-per-view? Asked Real Spider-Man Noir fan. The internet would jizz. Do you drink muscle milk? Nope. Not good for you, man. Don't drink muscle milk. I'm being dead honest when I say that. Don't drink muscle milk. And especially those muscle milks that you see at the fucking, like, gas stations and shit, or at your gyms, or, like, in those. Don't drink those. Fucking waste of money, dude. Just buy a protein powder. And if you want my tips on protein powder, just ask me. Thoughts on SmackDown vs. Raw 2009. Did you dislike it? Did you like or dislike it? Full details, please. Why full details? Why can't I just give you quick thoughts? I liked SmackDown vs. Raw 2009. I think the Road to WrestleManias were pretty solid in there. The career mode was kind of lame, kind of boring, and repetitive. I did like the little features that you have for your superstars. Like if you beat the Hardy Boys in a ladder match on Legend difficulty, you got like ladder match specialists. Or if you beat like a certain superstar in a hardcore match, you got those specialist wards, and you can add a lot of different skills to your wrestler. I like that, but that's pretty much really all I liked about SmackDown vs. Raw 2009. Sorry if it's not in full detail, but dude, it's like 60 minutes in this video. I gotta wrap it up soon. I gotta go through these questions fast. What did you think of the year 2010 and 2011 for wrestling and life in general? 2010 for wrestling, I was trying to recover from 2009, and I thought it was a decent year in life. It was good. 2011, good year in wrestling and good year in life. Has any game ever made you cry due to a sad scene or music? Heavy Rain. Whenever my characters died, I cried. True story. I didn't want them to die. I wanted to find out. One time during a playthrough of Heavy Rain, all my characters died, and I was upset about this. I was crying. I thought it was really, really sad. What are three of your top GTA games and why? GTA 3 is number 3 because it's the first GTA game I played. GTA Vice City because I liked the 80s and I thought it was fun. GTA San Andreas because, one, it's in California and based off in California, the West Coast. I'm from the West Coast, so obviously I'm going to show bias towards it. And I loved everything that it had in it. So yes, GTA San Andreas is my favorite. And I believe 12 Covillo Society has the final questions for this Q&A. If you were to meet a Power Ranger actor, who would it be? Jason David Frank. And that is Tommy, if you guys don't know that. What was your opinion on Iron Man 3 movie? If you saw it, I did say Iron Man 3. I thought it was a good movie. I don't like what they did as a plot twist. I'm not going to spoil it for anyone who hasn't seen it because I'm a semi comic book fan. I'm not a huge nerd in comic books, but I am a very average reader of comic books, and I do respect the comic book villains. And I just didn't like what they did. I'm sorry. I know I shouldn't complain. It's a movie. It's different than the comics, but yeah. Did you watch Yu-Gi-Oh? Yeah, I did watch Yu-Gi-Oh. I did watch Yu-Gi-Oh at a point, but it was like during the first season. I believe like the first seasons were the one where Yugi has to go to an island to save his grandpa because his grandpa's soul got stuck in a card or some bullshit. It was like, it was good. Then the second season just got so fucking stupid. Like, I believe in like the second season, there was one point where like Yugi and I believe Kaiba were fighting on a fucking skyscraper against these two dudes that were wearing fucking masks. And like, they're like, we're dueling for our fucking lives. And I'm like, what the fuck? And they were like, yeah, if you lose this duel, fucking the glass is gonna break and you're gonna fall. And I'm like, they're playing a fucking card game, and these motherfuckers, like, they're gonna die if they, they're gonna literally die if they lose their life points. I was like, this is stupid. I was like, like I know cartoons supposed to be fictional. I know it's supposed to be fiction. I know anime does this all the time, but like Dragon Ball Z, these guys were actually fighting people. They were actually fighting and kicking each other's ass. Like Pokemon, these teams were fighting for their trainers. Like, but Yu-Gi-Oh, it's like you're playing a fucking card game. It's like, for example, Beyblade. I felt like Beyblade did the same shit where they made it where these fucking tops that you're trying to sell to kids, they can do things that they really can't do. And that's what I felt with Yu-Gi-Oh! I felt like they were just doing a really bad job with the whole show in general. Like season 2, I believe season 2 is Battle City. Correct me if I'm wrong on that, but I just really thought, season 2 was just so bad. And I remember finishing watching it in the last duel when he fought, I believe Merrick. I believe that was the enemy's name, and he went all psycho too. Like the motherfucker, like went Super Saiyan or something. He was like, "I'm going to get your Egyptian god cards. Oh, Shadow Realm, duel to the death." And I'm like, "Oh my goodness! Like, what is with this duel to the death bullshit? You're playing a fucking card game, like." Seriously, like, and that's the thing. It's just like I hate when TV. Like, I know, like I said, it's supposed to be fictional, but it's like, with Yu-Gi-Oh and like Beyblade, they made it seem like these themes were like legit cool. Like at Yu-Gi-Oh, they had like a tournament that shut down the whole fucking city. Like that wouldn't fucking happen in real life. You wouldn't have it where a whole city shuts down. Like just imagine Los Angeles fucking shut down just because people are playing fucking Yu-Gi-Oh. Like what the fuck? And like Beyblade, how they say like, oh, fucking stadiums filled of kids watching top spin and even like what I hated the most about Beyblade, how they use these themes as weapons. Like I remember one episode they saved a fucking dog by shooting their Beyblade at a log, and I'm like, dude, you can't fucking do that with a damn Beyblade. That shit don't do shit. It's made out of plastic. I know it's supposed to be a cartoon and suspend your disbelief, but sometimes it's just like, come on. You're trying to sell this to kids. Like, kids are going to believe. Like, guaranteed kids believe this shit. Like, I was a smart kid. I was like, no, my Beyblade, all it's capable of is hitting other Beyblades in the arena. My Yu-Gi-Oh deck is not going to send me to some fucking Shadow Realm. It is just dare me to duel with my little brother, and so I could kick his fucking ass. Like, I just felt sometimes, like, as trading card TV shows and, goddamn, any toy show, like Beyblade, Bay Wheels, or whatever they have now, I always feel they over-exaggerate, and it's terrible. It's terrible. Like any trading card show, they always over-exaggerate because you have to make the show exciting for these kids to buy the trading cards. Like, in all honesty, I just wish they took a different route with Yu-Gi-Oh! I liked it at first. I thought it was a cool concept. I like that they took him to an island as a little kid, but then it's just like dueling for your debt for dueling for your life for cards. Like, fuck that shit. And it's just ridiculous. But I did like it. But I know I went on a little tangent there, but you guys know what I think about professional wrestling. You guys don't know what I think about, cartoons and shit. So I said, you know what, fuck it, I'm going to go on a tangent. And that's pretty much it. But thank you guys for watching this Q&A. As earlier, like I said, if you guys like me, you can subscribe by clicking the little icon or down below. Make sure you give this video a thumbs up or dislike if you dislike what I said in this video. What are your thoughts about any of the questions I answered in this video? Anyways, guys, tomorrow I got a Chasen Allen Talks coming up. Basically, in the episode, we talk about pro wrestling. We go over what happened on last week's Monday Night Raw. And also, we talk about a little bit about the NBA and the Miami Heat winning the championship and some draft rumors. But other than that, yeah, we had a pretty good episode. And then also on Thursday, oh, brother, dude, Impact Reviews are back on Chase Oliver 68 channel, dude. What you gonna do, brother, when I don't rip this jersey because it's nice? Runs wild on you, dude. Anyways, I'm out of here. Peace.